If you're seeing this, then that means it is time for another Tarot Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Whether you're new or you've been here before, my name is Lara, and we are here and going to take a look at the week ahead. Where we are is July 23rd, 2024. So we're looking at the 23rd through the 29th of July. Whether or not that is the date when you are finding this video actually doesn't really matter. These messages are meant to find you when they're meant to find you, but we will specifically be looking at the week of July 23rd through 29th. And we'll be talking a little bit about that energy. This is a general reading, so things may not be super specific, but it will generally speak to the energies, the patterns, the themes that everyone in the collective who's coming to this video may be dealing with. You know what messages are meant for you, and any messages that are not, you don't have to take them with you. So, you get to decide, and you know best. All you really need is an open heart and an open mind. Sometimes the truth can be a hard pill to swallow, but yeah, it's we always know. We somewhere in there we always know. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be taking a look at. We're going to be using a couple different oracles. I have my tarot deck with me as well, and you will just dive into talking about the week ahead. So, I mean, I honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't know too much specifically about what's happening in the next 7 days, as far as astrologically speaking, with planets moving and conjuncting and blah blah blah. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming for me to try to keep track of all of it. I'm not actually an astrologer. I just use a lot of astrology in my readings, and I use it to help inform me on the energy. But we did just come off of a second full moon in Capricorn, a consecutive. So this is the second full moon in Capricorn in a row that we had. The first one was last June. Then we had a Cancer new moon in between. So it's a really interesting juxtaposition of the energies there, with Cancer being super sensitive, water energy, and Capricorn being a very diligent, disciplined, determined earth energy. And a lot is coming up. A lot's coming up, right? So I don't know how your week was last week. The world is a crazy place. And yeah, let's see if we can get some insight. Also, we just had Saturn and Neptune go retrograde both in Pisces, so that energy is going to be affecting us moving forward. We've been in it for a little bit now, but we'll be in it for a little while longer. I'm not 100% sure how long, but this is really asking us to look at our dreams, and are we ready to do the work to commit to those dreams. And this is all sort of closing out like a 16-year cycle, so it's big, and I don't really even have my head around it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But we're gonna see what the tarot has to say. So we're gonna see what kind of a vibe we get. I'm just gonna jump in and grab my oracle deck here. This is the Oracle of Mystical Moments, and Just settling in to our reading. What themes, vibes are we catching with our week ahead? Ooh, thank you. Looks like there's a lot. We had 2 cards fly out. Normally I just take 1, but I'm gonna go with it. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right. So interestingly enough, like we sort of touched on with the juxtaposition of energies that are happening between the Capricorn full moon and we're at the end of Cancer season. We're moving into Leo season now. That's what's happening. That's the big thing that's also just happened. We've switched signs. So actually that's making a lot of sense. So, and we have a beautiful numerology here as well. So our first card here is Stranded. It's the number 44. There is this sailboat, the ship in the top of the tree with this figure here anchoring in. Stranded. And then our other card that we have is card number 2. 2 and a 44. Which is Liberty. So Stranded and Liberty. So a sense of like stuckness, not going anywhere, a sense of freedom. Let's read a little bit about these 2 cards. Yeah, let's read a little bit about these 2 cards out of the little book that we have. So for Stranded, because that one came out first, and I'm feeling that's like, okay, yeah. Stranded, misdirection, misjudgment, fear of failure. Look at this young sailor stranded with his ship on top of a tall tree. He needs his anchor to help him get back down to earth. The card asks, how did the ship get there? This is such an unusual place for a seafaring vessel. At times we feel the same. We find ourselves in situations we can't quite understand. Sometimes we feel we've made mistakes because our expectations are so high. We set ourselves up for failure. We either beat ourselves up over our performance, or we are so intimidated that we never even begin. Failure is a necessary part of success, as important to the journey as a rudder on the ship. Yes. Stranded, feeling stuck, feeling out of place. And then 2, Liberty, choices, confidence, letting go, and self-determination. So this card shows a woman standing in profile. A birdcage hangs from her hair, and she is about to release her winged friend into the night. The stars and the moon are guiding the little bird's way. The woman has plucked up a special star from the sky to help shepherd the bird's journey. This card stands for freedom. This card stands for the freedom you have to choose your own way in life. Don't let others decide for you. You have the power to liberate yourself from both external and internal cages. Many of the obstacles we face are ones we create ourselves. Once we realize we've created them, we have the power to release them. So yes, so I was just keying in on, yes, feeling as if we are stuck and stranded, and realizing the ways we're doing that to ourselves. How can we transcend this stagnation into this realm of freedom? Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's get a little spicy. Oracle. Ooh, they're jumping out of the bag. Let me see what we got. Hang on. Okay, super interesting. With our spicy sauce oracle, we actually have 4 that came out for us. So we have step aside, I won't wait forever, so what if I do, oh, the anticipation. So I feel like this is about I think this is really about getting back to yourself and back to, there's some dream that you've put to the side. And initially, right? Initially, it was actually sort of the reverse of how these cards came out. It was like, step aside, I won't wait forever. And then somewhere became, oh, wait, so what if I do? Oh, the anticipation and the feelings of strandedness came forward. So that's sort of interesting to me. Maybe, maybe something about like, I don't know if this makes sense. The ways in which the freedom you originally went for created new cages for you. Perhaps. Let's get our tarot cards and see what we've got. All right, so thank you so much for this. This is kind of like a big energy that we're working with. So what? I'll take 3 cards, please. Could we have a clear and concise message for everyone coming to see this video? What this energy is going to look like as it plays out over the next 7 days. If you could give us some insight. There's 1. Could I please have 2 more? Yes. Okay, thank you. Actually, yes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we've got going on. We'll start with our shadow card. At the bottom, we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is, this is really representative of imbalance in a relationship. Maybe you're giving too much, maybe they are taking too much. That's the same thing. Not necessarily. Maybe you're giving too much, maybe they're taking too much, maybe they're giving too much, maybe you're taking too much. It could be any of those variations or combinations. But there's some like over dependence here. Someone is getting more out of the arrangement than the other person. This is what's coming up through the subconscious. And interestingly enough, there's the 8 of Wands underneath that, and then the 9 of Cups. So it's as if this forward movement, this action towards your fulfillment and success, your achievements, is being blocked by this energy here, this uneven, unbalanced energy. Okay, interesting. Okay. So what is that how is that showing up for us in the week this week? Well, it's interesting. So we're starting here with the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. This is really indicating like a refusal to walk away from something that you need to walk away from. I feel like this is what's lending towards our feelings of stranded. There's really something that you need to come to terms with. And it's almost as if with the Six of Cups, there's like this pining for a connection that you have actually never experienced. But it's something that it's something you never got, despite the fact that it is like pretty common. It's some sort of maybe like, you know, feeling nostalgic for something that you never actually had, but you wanted. And I think it's realizing that it's this exact thing that you don't want to walk away from that is hindering the growth and the new beginnings, the new opportunities that are coming forward for you. We do have a sneaky fourth card, so I'm going to see what that is. And hopefully this pulls it all together. Is this making sense to you? I guess we'll see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of what you think you've wanted is not rooting because it's not in alignment with your soul's path. With the star in reverse, you know, when you wish upon a star, This is a card of healing as well, but there's a misalignment at a soul level. So we're stranded and stuck because we can't seem to move away from whatever it is that we need to move away from. Something that maybe we felt we were owed, or I think it's more innocent than that. I think it's just, this could be something that goes back to your childhood. You're like, I never got that. But that's the thing that is weighing you down. That's what's keeping you stranded in such an unusual place. Because it's not meant to root, because it's not actually in alignment with your soul's purpose. So sounds like big stuff to be revealed here. But the thing is, like, this is part of finding that freedom and finding that liberty is, not hanging on to the past and choosing to, I don't know what I want to say here. I don't know how to put words to it. But it's like something that you were fired up about, that you've been fired up about. So what if I do? Oh, the anticipation. But there's just something that you can't seem to walk away from in order to really commit to taking that freedom. Because this is all about the ways in which we're choosing to stay stuck, is what I'm seeing here. So yeah. So that's what I've got. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this was helpful. I guess we'll see. And you'll have to let me know how it goes. I love to hear. Also, if you are interested in me, in connecting with me and learning more about what I do, or working with me, or supporting me, you are welcome to find that information. It's all in the description box below this video. And yeah, I hope this was helpful. This is all a part of the process, especially with the full moon energy. It's all about, like, really walking away from the past, even if the past is something that you didn't get to have, because that's not what's here to take root for you. So listen, I'm here with you through this. We're going to make it through. And so, seeing as that's the case, I am looking forward to seeing you on the other side.